the time. I feel like they should be holding the building, but it looks like they want to go and hold this outside area. Maybe based on the guns that they have, having a wingman R9 is very great to be in this position. You don't pick up as many kills over towards that hillside or in the building as much as you would on the hillside. So we have a Revenant ult being popped up over here and some action going on. Hal picked up a kill as well, and now you have the rest of TSM trying to find more damage.
They've got the death totem out, and they are on the hunt. Once again, that infinite range on the ultimate allows you to be so much more aggressive. As there we go, spotting him out, and he gets a decent spray off. Going to continue to chase him down, but it looks like a third party might have come in here.
I think he got his kill stolen right there, but let's just talk about how good that spray was. He led his shots perfectly. A lot of people will just put the aimer right on him, but if they're flying down the hill with the accelerated speed while they're sliding, you always have to lead your shots in that type of instance, and Mac Albarelli just does that so perfectly in that instance.
Yeah, again, TSM don't as often get to really show off their team fighting, or at least they didn't before this patch because they played so macro-oriented. Now seeing them just hold W key on squads, this is something that we would only see on scrims if they would like play scrims in EU or something, or play ranked in EU. So now Albarelli just caught out in the gas, will go down to Girl, but Hal does answer right back. It's a 1-for-1 exchange here, as Reps will go ahead and take that portal back to try and get that res. They get the thirst on to Girl, and Albarelli will get brought back into this.
I'm so surprised that I'm not sure what happened to Girl's teammates there. I'm not sure if it was a 2v1 or a 2v3, excuse me, but ended up being a 2v1 where Girl was ended up fighting both Hal and Albarelli. But that's what you see TSM do fairly often, where they have enough confidence in each other to go and push a kill and then have the follow-up right there. What looks like ended up possibly being a mistake by Albarelli ends up being a kill for their team. But look at this great armors and positioning coming up over here, and Reps drops his Evo shield for a purple. So again, big difference in the play styles here. They love to be the team that would get into the, you could say, quote unquote, God spot of every single circle, which would be over here. But now they're just going to play edge and try to team fight their way and get as many kills as possible. But Godsend Pathfinder team, a lot of these Pathfinder teams just posturing, posting up and getting into solid positions. They end up taking Rogue's former spot, Jameson.
Yeah, they were able to take Mirage, but at this point, TSM, it looks like they've got another solo for them to pick up. And we were talking, of course, earlier about Sentinels possibly getting the res, and so Crest, excuse me, with that buyback. On board with another one of our EU representatives is going to be Purge's ASCII and K Swinney, joined by Yuki, who was playing with Cooler yesterday. And so it's great to see a lot of our EU representatives. I believe we've also got RPR in here. Just a lot of European teams. I've been loving seeing this cross-regional play.
It's great, and Apex is one of the only games that I've played where you can go and not really complain about ping across seas. I love going and gaming with the EU guys. I've played with the Purge guys. I've played with Yuki. Played with the Alliance guys a lot. Taxi and friends, the great people. Great to see everybody competing on both sides of the pond here. So let's see what these guys have in store. They're running a different team comp, just like we've seen every single team kind of running something a little bit different. They are rocking their Gibraltar with Wraith and Revenant. So interesting that they're going to try to make bubble pushes. I feel like if you're not going to have a Watson, Gibraltar is very strong right now, because if you don't have a Gibraltar also and you don't have a bubble, you're relying too much on the fact that someone won't do this to you right here, which is a nice Gibraltar ult. And also let's take note that he put his dome down right after the EMP exploded. Otherwise his dome would have went away.
Now, they are slowed down just a little bit by that, but they are going to set a nice crossfire here. Two pushing from the right, one pushing from the left. Now, K20 taking a lot of damage. Neither of them sent back to the death totem yet, but they've got them all. Great nades coming out from ASCII. They get the first knock. It's TSM's Albarelli going down here, and that's the first reset as ASCII comes back to the death totem. He needs the help of his team as he is stuck behind this rock. But now Yuki goes down. Imperial Hal answering back. And it's thirst for thirst here, 2v2. But TSM have the higher HP advantage.
What happened was another team came over from the train tunnel and ended up shooting the guys from Purge in the back. So what happened was Hal decided he wanted to go and portal out. Once Albarelli went down, nobody coming in and flanking on the TSM side of the map, unfortunately for Purge. they get hit from behind. One of the great things about Crypto, you can easily grab this banner. Instead, it's going to be Hal doing so. He's trying to add some pressure there, going to go and try to grab some resources off of Alvarelli's body and back off. But a nice reset coming in from TSM. Very unfortunate for Purge, and I think they ran that exact situation we were talking about, where if you don't have that Gibraltar, if you're running this Crypto Revenant comp, you're really going to get messed up by that artillery strike, defensive bombardment coming in from the Gibraltar. So TSM doing what they do best and trying to get back into a winning position, and you got to hand it to them for them being able to be so many kills up right now with all the crazy situations that they've been in. This is a really positive thing for TSM fans.
Yeah, TSM currently sitting on 4 kills, and there are 2 reses here. It's going to be a lot of damage. I don't know if they can actually go for this one right now, but the only respawn beacons are going to be on the western side of the map over by Hot Springs, and then that one position that we saw Rogue playing, that respawn beacon on the building there, as Hell does get spotted out. He needs to at least get some damage across here. Gold armor is not something you want to see. He's going to go ahead and pop that Q to get safely behind this wall, and they should be safe for now as the ring does start closing.
Yeah, they're going to have to just continually watch their back, though, because that team is going to be behind them the entire rotation. It's going to be tough. They're going to have to go and play a little crevice here. You don't have Watson, so you have to watch out for grenades. And this is where things start to get very, very interesting. Once the circle starts to get to around 3, round 4, teams start collapsing on top of one another. It makes the game that much more difficult. And these circles right here, you do have a lot of spots to hide. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're able to find a nice little crevice here. And it looks like they want to hold down low. But it's tough because like you said, there aren't any respawn beacons. You don't have that mobile respawn beacon in your back pocket, unfortunately. This is the tournament. So Harvester side, one of the more unforgiving places to die.
Yeah, and as we can see, of course, the the necessary light ammo going on over, and they got spotted out. Hal burning down. His armor's about to get cracked here as he's going to try and port to safety. Just changing up the angle. Rep's gonna stay and waits on the other side now. Surprised that the team didn't want to drop down. They spot him out. Here we go. Here's the drop down right on top of him. But Hal was able to get that Phoenix kit off, and so he's at full HP. He's got the PK. He gets the knock onto Case Swinny. Purge trying to finish off what they started, but now they are regretting their decisions here as they will get finished off.
What a fight from TSM. Hal getting the Phoenix kit off, excuse me. They were not expecting him to have a Peacekeeper. They are in danger, though. So I'm not expecting them to be able to get out of another one unless Hal's able to pick off something miraculous here. So you see multiple teams over on this side of the map. 4C, Naughty, and Metro, they're trying to find a pick here with the triple take and the choke. Very rarely do you see that, but Sniper's very underrated, especially in tournament play here. So they're going to back off, not get too aggressive, and I'm pretty sure they were able to live throughout all that. Very impressive stuff from TSM.
Golden Guardians here getting caught out. They've already got one knock. It's Timmy going down, but there's the lifeline buff coming out as she's able to stand her ground with that res, but Timmy gets burned to a crisp. And they're not going to be able to get that. It's going to be 303 now, continuing their push, throwing out R-Star now, sliding on in, 99, but Bronzy with a great massive shot will answer 1 for 1 here as 303 now struggling as Phonyhead is barely surviving, going to be able to get a bat off himself as Golden Guardians now. It's all up to Bronzy here as he tries to fight back. Crummy will be able to finish him off, and 303 take that team fight win.
Great shots from both teams there. Bronzy with the Mastiff, also getting the thirst. Very important that you get that kill, try to get that armor swap. More importantly, get the point for your team. But another player outside of the wall there. Tons of action coming in here. This is where the circle gets very, very tough. You see a lot of players trying to play outside of this building or underneath the bridge. You're going to have players also trying to posture on top of the bridge. And it looks like that's what they're trying to do here with Urice and Reckon. So I like that play coming in from him. The high ground usually is very dominant no matter what situation you are. Another EU team here, Nasky, Dolphin, and RPR trying to make their rotation. They have to watch their back. Just tons of action back and forth here.
Oh my God. That felt like an eternity as he tried to pop that Q, but Dolphin with the PK. I love seeing these PKs right now as they are just hitting full connects to the body here. And we have the crypto. Dolphin, gets brought out of it, and oh no, Nasky has gone down. RPR is going to be able to get that full heal here. So they've got a little bit Craft is a little bit of a corner to work with. I don't know if they're going to be able to get that res. Another EU squad in dead inside, right next to them here, as we've got the Devotion in Stanix's hand.
Devotion, Eva 8, very underrated gun, especially when you have a solid bolt on it. Mastiff will definitely hit you a little bit harder, but the Eva 8's rate of fire is so much faster. Looks like the map has reset a little bit. Teams trying to posture, getting ready for this next rotation, which is one of the most important rotations of the game here. There's not much cover. This may end up ending on this circle here unless you see something crazy happen, but it's going to be coming down to who has the Wraith Portal, who has the resources here, who's going to come in with the smart plays and work together.
Yeah, currently we've got it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full squads with Rogue, along with Dead Inside, Team Skirt, Godsent, and of course our Watson mains on board with Godsent. They do have the zone here, but another squad playing, of course, on the tracks. They've got
Who's
a nice
on the tracks? They have a great
with.
spot. Yeah, whoever's on the tracks right now has one of the best spots, especially depending on whatever their team composition is. But they're going to be able to safely stay there for the next circle. And there is going to be Madness's team, and they have a caustic. So, in my opinion, this is the position that you want to be in, especially with the composition that they have. It's Madness and MVP's game to lose, in my opinion. You have to worry about so much on the other side of the map. So many teams coming in to rotate, and that's exactly what's happening right now as Rogue makes their move.
Yeah, they're able to pick up a nice amount of kills. Rogue's dropped with that armor swap, but he's dropped down to about 70 HP here, as Sweets will go use that Q as he scouts around with that. Find a nice little corner to work with now, as the pressure has relented just a little bit, as it looks like Vax was able to find one of his own. Pow peeking up above, and the ring does pull away from them at this juncture. Stanix getting a knockdown onto Snipe Down, getting a little bit of his own taste of his medicine with that Devotion here. But Sweet, after that res, peeks on over. They'll be able to get that down. It's actually Vaxlon that steals that away.
Smart play from this team inside of the house to come out right when they heard the fighting going on. Looks like they're going to be able to pick up a couple of things. I think that was Godsent there with the perfect third party. So really nice patience from these guys. We were on them earlier, so great job by the camera crew picking that up. And now here's the action coming in behind the truck. Keep in mind, Madness's team is over towards the side too. So that's going to be the wipe coming on the Devotion team. The pull coming in, and Jamerson, this is the final fight.
It's the final fight, and there isn't much left in it for Madness, as he's the only one left alive. It's going to be a 1v3, and this is going to be a heroic effort here, but we're seeing a lot of damage coming across from that gas, and you got to be careful not to overstep your bounds and throw this game at this point, boys. You've got a lot of kills. You got to secure that 12 points here, as they're going to be able to push up, take this 3v1. They'll be able to finish it off, and Godsent with a massive victory here. 13 kill points along with the first place finish.
Great job by Godsent. Amazing patience there, coming out and just poking Rogue when they weren't expecting it. Rogue had no idea a team was over there, let alone going up onto the roof at the right time. Not only were they able to secure those kills right there, they're able to rotate around, get the players behind the rock with the Devotion, and then take out Madness's team, who was waiting on top of the bridge. So Godsent taking game one, and what an exciting game. So many different team compositions right there. I'm not sure if we saw anybody with the same team composition. Maybe a couple squads, okay? A couple squads. But every single time we were switching, something new is happening, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's the first initial days, right? And I don't think this is completely indicative of how the meta is going to look another week from now, another 2 weeks from now. So you guys enjoy it while you can, because we're not going to see this for quite some time. And honestly, I'm loving seeing all the Revenants teams learning on the fly, honestly, because it's not like they've had a lot of time to really try to scrim this out as well.